These days, it's not uncommon for people to have sophisticated home entertainment systems that include DVD players, TV tuners, and Blu-ray players. I'm here with Meredith of TuneUp to talk about how you can replace all of these standalone home entertainment pieces and create your own media center with a single PC. So Meredith, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Happy to be here.
So like many people, I love my home entertainment, but organizing it can be complex and confusing. Is there a way to tweak your PC and work with Windows Media Center to make your computer the center of your home theater?
Absolutely. Let me first explain why you want to move away from the standalone home entertainment to a Windows Media Center, or WMC-based model as we like to call it.
That sounds like a great place to start. Let me guess, it's because PCs have nearly all media capabilities now.
That's exactly right. A PC is able to play all of the video and audio formats, including DVDs, Blu-rays, streaming video, MP4, AVI, MOV, you name it. The computer can also serve as your personal video recorder. This includes watching and recording standard high-def content on your PC and saving it to your video library. You can show all of your photos from your home PC and access your entire music library.
Right, so it's like a one-stop shop.
Exactly, and what's even better, it has excellent upscaling capabilities. WMC and its codecs do a really nice job of upconverting standard definition content to full HD screen. So you can have a variety of applications and games to a Windows Media Center interface. You can also watch trailers and stream videos and listen to online radio.
That's a lot of capability. So now that we know why Windows Media Center is a good option, let's talk about next steps. I think a good place to start would be start talking about hardware.
Okay, well first we should talk about the screen. There are plenty of options out there, from an HD projector, LCD TV, or a plasma screen. But what you pick entirely depends on your preference and size of your living room.
What are some of the size considerations to take into account?
Well, if you need monstrous screen estate, then there's no way around a projector. If you rather prefer a larger TV, say 50 inches or more, then you should probably settle for a plasma. They produce much better black levels and a higher picture quality than LCDs when they're larger. But remember that some people think that a plasma does not work as well in daylight, so make sure it's possible to darken the room. If you're only interested in 46-inch displays or smaller, I think LCD offers the best possible picture.
Let's talk about projectors for a minute. It seems like a nice thing to have, but should everyone jump on the projector bandwagon?
No, definitely not. A projector is only an option if you watch movies or play games for longer periods of time. It's not recommended to turn on the projector if you want to just watch the news for 5 minutes and then turn it off. Spend time investigating options, but ultimately your eyes and ears are going to be the judge.
Good call. Okay, so what about finding the right PC?
Well, now that's not as easy of a choice. If you want your PC to play DVDs, your music collection, or slideshows, then you can go with one of the recent Atom-based NetOps. The processor in these NetOps machines are a bit on the weaker side, but thanks to Ion-based NVIDIA graphics chips, nearly all of these machines are capable of 720 or 1080 pixel HD video. But I know a lot of people are using older laptops or PCs as their media center. In this case, you'll need a stronger dual-core processor with at least 2 GHz or a graphics card with H.264 hardware acceleration.
So will this work even if, like me, you love to watch a lot of documentaries like IMAX Blu-rays?
Great question. In that case, even a dual-core processor and an 8000 series might be too slow. The reason is these videos are encoded in a very high bitrate instead of a regular bitrate. This gives you a noticeably better picture quality, but your PC might be a bit overwhelmed.
What about for gaming?
That's a good question, especially with the popularity of gaming today. If your Windows Media Center-based machine will also serve as a gaming rig, we recommend going for a Core 2 Duo, Core i5, or Core i7 machine. If you use this with a decent graphics card, you'll be able to get the most graphically intense game running at full speed.
So we covered all the bases for hardware?
Yeah, pretty much. There are just a few other things that people might need, like a USB TV tuner that is HD capable, a good sound card, or a remote control for the Media Center. You can find additional details on the hardware all at the TuneUp blog at blog.tune-up.com.
Lots of good info there. Let's talk about software now. You've said that if you're serious about home cinema, Windows 7 Media Center is the way to go.
Absolutely. This is integrated into nearly every version of Windows 7. Microsoft has been developing this Media Center interface for more than 8 years, so it's become a really solid solution for home theaters that are based on a single PC.
Okay, but are there alternatives for people who haven't upgraded to Windows 7 yet?
Of course. Yeah, there are some really good Media Center alternatives, like XMBC, that are on the market. But let me emphasize the advantage of Windows 7 Media Center. This all-in-one solution is very compatible with a variety of TV tuner cards, and it doesn't require excessive fiddling to make it work.
You can't argue with simplicity. So now we're ready to start building the Windows Media Center based PC, right?
Yep. For setup details, again, I'd suggest visiting the TuneUp blog at blog.tune-up.com, where you'll easily find step-by-step instructions on setting things up.
Great. Setting things up can be tricky, so it's handy to have a guide.
One thing I'll say is that as part of the installation process, Windows will ask you if you'd like to send anonymous reports to Windows Media Center's performance to Microsoft. We highly recommend answering yes.
I was going to ask you about this. I know a lot of people don't like doing this because it takes a few extra seconds, but you think it's absolutely worth it?
Absolutely, yeah. This actually hardly takes any time at all, but here's what you'll gain from it. This will let WMC download cover art and, most importantly, the electronic program guide that you will not want to miss while watching TV.
Good stuff. I know the TuneUp blog goes into much more detail on the installation process and preferences. Can you give us that URL again?
Sure, happy to. It's blog.tune-up.com. And this goes into all the details on how to deal with things like getting Windows Media Center to fit your screen, what to do if the colors are off, and how to get the Windows Media Center to access all of your libraries.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Meredith. These are great tips for creating your perfect home media center.
Well, thanks for having me here, and I look forward to our next chat.